yesterday I went to Occupy LA, and I wanted to check out for myself what was going on down there. And I took some pictures and some video for you guys, and I came up with an idea that I rather like, and I wanted to share with you. First of all, let me show you some of the pictures that we got there, and describe the scene. So there's people in tents, as you can see there, and they do different gatherings and different, like almost like seminars within themselves to talk about the different issues, whether it's foreclosures or whatever else they might be interested in. And they're there for the long haul. You know, it was 4 days since the Occupy LA began. When I went yesterday, and now it's on day 5, obviously, and a lot of those people are staying right there, staying put. Now, one of the guys I spoke to was very smart, and he said, look, I don't want to discourage people from coming. You don't have to stay the whole time. You just come and do as much as you can, which makes sense. Now, this was their schedule. Now, this is interesting in a lot of ways, and here's what Erin Burnett would do with it. She would laugh and snicker because, as you see there, there's breakfast, that's fine, and then you got a general assembly where they're all going to get together, and then open mic, that makes sense, and then justice for janitors. Instantly the snickering would begin. Oh, janitors, oh, justice for them. What do they have to do with this? Yeah, look, you know what? Janitors work for a living, and so these guys are concerned about them. Fantastic. But then when you get to the afternoon schedule, the snickering would be out of control. A class on hemp. That's it. That's where the rest of the media would flip out and they'd end this whole thing. Hemp, what does this do with the hemp? Hemp, 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 hemp alert, oh my God. Okay, well, let me tell you something, okay? Those kids, and I looked at it and I thought, hey, what does hemp have to do with the banking, et cetera, et cetera? Then I looked around and I was like, hey, if that's what they're concerned about, and one of the things that they think is wrong is the making drugs illegal, the prohibition of drugs, which then leads to so many people being locked up, okay, then that's one of their concerns. Look, when Obama's administration asked, what are your top questions? That question always is number one. So instead of like dismissing it, can we for a second look and go, hey, maybe a lot of people care about this. And then people say, oh, they're young. Okay, so a lot of young people care about it. So why should that be dismissed? So I wouldn't have put it on the board. That wouldn't be something I would do as part of this gathering, but they put it on the board, and then I thought, why not? Go for it. Besides which, they're there for already at that point for 4 days. And the next day it might be justice for teachers instead of janitors, and instead of hemp, it might be the foreclosure crisis. In fact, let's look at the schedule again, and I want to show you other things. If you look further down, you're going to see yoga class, where that's it. I mean, they would have, mainstream media would have lost it in their pants in a fit of laughter. Yoga, which, by the way, you know who does yoga? Middle-class women do, okay, among many others. But then look at this. There's a discussion on constitutional law and corporate policy. When's the last time that happened at a major media organization? When somebody said, hey, you know what, let's get together and discuss constitutional law as it relates to corporate policy. Never, okay? So if you're having that discussion, which is smart and absolutely necessary, and at the same time you're having a discussion about hemp and justice for janitors, I think it's an awesome day. I mean, and by the way, only 1,000,000 times more intellectual than anything I've ever seen at any media organization. And so they're there and they're like, while we're here, let's try to figure out how to solve these things. I love it. And then, well, they're also angry. Look, let's show you a couple more pictures. So, and some of them, we're all calm as they're talking to me, don't get me wrong. And it's a nice sign, God bless. But I like the shirt at the end. Let's go to that. Okay, and then these guys are getting together, and some of them have the anonymous mass. And again, they were talking about sharing ideas. And then this gentleman summed up the movement in one simple sentence. Unfuck the world. Okay? And that about does it. Okay? And they're going to do that through all the different things, whether it's constitutional law and corporate world, whether it's justice for janitors, et cetera, et cetera. The mission is unfuck the world. Honestly, it's the simplest way I've seen it put.